just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
6-18.
First carry of the game for Zamir White.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. The Raiders at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Now a play fake. Carr. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down. So do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility. But now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. On the return is Cohen. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 17-yard line. Here's Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Melvin Gordon. Room here to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now Wilson. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Big yardage there on the scramble and gets him a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson fighting to stay upright.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
On second and goal, Wilson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz.
Touchdown, Broncos! Jerry Jeudy, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it.
The Raiders take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra injury.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Randy Gregory in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Raiders nothing.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
93.
On play action, it's Carr. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it. And not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
On On second down, they'll run with Gordon. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Now Wilson. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Now Wilson on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Cortland Sutton has shown plenty of times that he's a big-time player, capable of making the plays that you need to be a wide receiver 1 in this league. Now his goal is to return to his 2019 Pro Bowl form. 776 yards.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage again.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That's out to the flat for Gordon.
So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Delivering again to Gordon, and he's got him again.
And he'll be able to get this up to about the 5-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now. To throw is Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
I'm cutting the stream. It's definitely lagging. Like it's making my guys fall over for no reason.